What makes a good drawing? That is a question that is incredibly complex and difficult to answer. Many people would say that a good drawing is such because the drawing looks like the source material or the reference material itself. That would be considered an observational drawing. There are a multitude of other ways that a drawing could be considered good that have to do with expression and the materials used and a lot of other factors that we will get into later in the course. But to start, we're going to be talking about observational drawing and how to draw what you actually see. The main issue with being able to draw what you see instead of what you think you see is that the language centers of your brain get in the way. And when you're drawing a flower, your brain says, "You're drawing a flower, draw petals this way, the way you've always drawn them," rather than really looking at the shapes and the details of the object itself. So that is what we are going to begin to focus on today and what we will continue to focus on through various exercises in the course. Today we are going to try something called the blind contour. And before we get into it, I want to define what that is. First of all, contour is simply the outlines or the edges of the thing that you are drawing. And we are calling it a blind contour because we won't be looking at the paper itself while we are drawing. We will only look at our subject matter. Admittedly, these drawings are pretty discombobulated because everything's in the wrong place. But if you look closely, you'll notice that a lot of the details are more accurate and more carefully considered than they would have been if you were just drawing it like you normally would, because you're spending a lot of time paying attention to every single edge, every single detail you're looking at. The first step is that you want to choose an object or a subject with interesting contours and details. Preferably a little more complex would be great. I chose the leaf of a black oak tree for this demo. Now grab a paper and any pencil. Choose a spot on your subject matter to start and put your pencil down on your paper. The 3 guidelines to creating a blind contour drawing are: 1, you should not look at your paper at all for any reason. 2, you don't want to pick up your pencil at all unless your hand is tired. But if you do, when you put it down, don't pay attention to where you put it. And 3, you need to go very, very slowly. If you think you're going slow enough, you're not. You need to go at least half that speed. Watch how slowly I'm going in this demo. And here is an example of what it means to go way too fast. See how I'm missing out on so much incredible detail by just moving too quickly. So carefully looking at every detail, we just move nice and slowly and imagine that the tip of our pencil is like a little insect that's crawling across every little surface, every little contour, and just following that and not worrying about where the pencil's going and what it looks like, and just letting go of our expectation that we have this incredible final product. And that is pretty much it. I would recommend that you enjoy the process, that you remember to breathe, and that you just take it nice and slow. Each drawing should be a minimum of 20 minutes, but you can go even for an hour sometimes. Except if you have a cat that is interrupting everything you do.